Good evening. Welcome to 5 Day of the J. I'm your host, J.R. Murdock. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. I'm having fun with this whole 5 a day with J, changing to 5 different things that we talk about. Since it is still this week, topic 1 is the free ebooks. Estelle, Billy Barbarian, still free. Doing better than I expected. These are a couple of my older books, my older titles that were put out a long time ago, and they're doing well. It's not a stellar takeoff with them. The best I've ever done, I mentioned this before, was I believe 670 free books in 1 month, which was an insane amount of books that I gave away in that month. But that was back in 2013 when people were craving content, and anything free they could get, they were snapping up. Boom, 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 boom. Again, these are older titles. I didn't expect them to do well. I just am doing this before I begin releasing these books. By releasing these books, I mean releasing them wide. That said, one of our other topics coming up we'll talk about in a moment. Topic 2. Gracie, doing absolutely wonderful. She's getting better at coming when we call her name. She's still skittish. She'll come in the evenings. In the mornings, I'm not sure. It's like she wakes up and you've seen 50 First Dates, right? It's like she wakes up and she's like, who the hell are these strange people I'm with? And she'll usually come hide behind me or with me, but it's an interesting dynamic. We're still working on that. She will sit down and relax with mommy, but with puppy, she wants to hide. She wants to hide with me. She'll hide from both of us. We'll try and feed her, and she's like, what are you trying to do to me? What are you trying to do to me? Still does good coming inside from the doggy door. Still has an issue going out. I don't know. She likes to run through the doggy door at full speed because I think the noise scares her. Again, she'll figure it out. She'll get it. Topic 3. As I mentioned, I'm looking at moving all of my books wide. Therefore, I'm going through every title that I currently have published, except for the 2 Murdockian tales, which are out there. None of the short stories. Short stories, I feel the blurbs are adequate. But I'm going back through all of my novels. 17 total novels. Murdockian Tales 1 and 2 are bringing it up to 19 published works, published novels, or collections. I'm redoing all the blurbs. I'm going through them, and some of them read okay. Others of them need some effort, some manipulation, some massaging, some formatting. I don't know what happened with the formatting on half of my titles. I go and look at it, it's just a big block of text. It's like, no, I had that all nice and laid out. Don't know what happened there. Don't know why it got mixed up. But there's a lot of conventional wisdom on how to write blurbs. And I've gone through Dean Wesley Smith's course on blurb writing. I've gone through 20 books to 50K on what they say on writing blurbs. I've read blurbs on some of the more popular books, and I believe I can shape my blurbs better. I believe that's one of the things that's holding my books back from performing is you read the blurb and it's like vague, hard to understand what the book is truly about, and getting a grasp on what's going to be in them. We'll fix that. Easily fixable. Once I get those blurbs done, I'll be ready to start getting these books scheduled to go live next week across all platforms. That will be fun as can be. I can't wait to do that. Can't wait to start dropping them out there. For the time being, short stories and the Vita universe will remain with Kindle Unlimited because I believe they will do better there. That said, topic 3. I finished reading the Goonies book, which is a novelization of the movie. And I watched the movie. So I now have both of them in my headspace, which is interesting. I watched a video on one of the YouTube channels I follow that did a discussion on hidden scenes or missing scenes from the Goonies, things that were left out, things that were cut, things like two gorillas escape from the zoo and drive around, and like it was like a side plot that didn't need to be there. I would have heard that and said, "You've got to be kidding me!" Except there are actually photographs of these gorillas in a car. I believe it was Troy's car, who's the jock, bully kid, the bully rich kid in the movie. And I believe they steal his car and they're driving his car around. So yes, it's a convertible red car that the gorillas are driving around. It's like, what? But there's other things that as I'm reading in the book, and they start talking about this giant squid. And I remember a line from the movie, towards the end of the movie, where one of the kids says, "Oh, when we fought the giant octopus." And it's like, excuse me? And in the book, sure enough, they fight a giant octopus. It's actually a giant squid, but one of the kids says it's a giant octopus. And I'm like, okay, wasn't that interesting? One thing I will say, when you compare the movie to the book, obviously you're going to get a lot more content in a book than you will out of a movie. And the book is based on the movie, meaning the author more than likely had a copy of the script they were working from to guide the story along. And the way the author used one viewpoint and weaved this path through to cover everything that the movie covered was absolutely fascinating. There are a couple of minor differences that I noticed between the book and the movie. Things like in the book, the cheerleader girl says, "Oh, I haven't played the piano since I was 5." In the movie, she says, "I haven't played it since I was 4." Odd little things, but obviously, like the squid fight scene, and there actually is clips of the squid fight scene on YouTube. You can go find them. It's like, wait, why was this cut? This is funny. So much about the book, though, in the way that it's told, is what really got me to pound through that book as quickly as I did. I believe I read it in 3 days. Yeah. And then I watched the movie. The fun of it was as I said, the viewpoint of the character. I believe the character is 11 or 12 years old, not even 13 yet. But it's told from his viewpoint and from his voice. So it's not an adult level viewpoint, and the way the kid describes things with references to video games, references to music videos, to music of the time, of the era, or even music of his parents that he knows about. And these are the things that when I was a kid, I remember songs that my mom listened to or my dad listened to, even though it wasn't the music that I was currently listening to. So it was interesting to see this kid make a reference to the Doors. Oh, that's like an old Doors tune type of stuff. And it's like, it's really bizarre, especially since the book was written back in the 80s. The movie, obviously an 80s movie. The book probably released when the movie did. One of the things that I will say about the book, and this isn't a criticism, but I've seen so many indie authors like myself, who are critical of their writing, that will say, "Oh my gosh, I found an error in my book. I'm devastated. It's horrible." Okay, one of the characters in the book was named Data. When they first introduced them, they said his name was Delta, not Data. And I had to go back and reread that. I'm like, wait, yeah, sure enough, there it is. There's a mistake right there in the book. They named him Delta instead of Data the first time they mentioned him. And then after that, he was Data from there on out. I was surprised. And there are a couple of other grammatical errors, like instead of he was talking, he was locking. They left, little things like that. I don't know if it was when the book was converted to ebook, if somebody retyped it or what happened. I read the ebook, I didn't read the print book. But just little things like that caught my attention, slowed me down, moved past it, and kept on reading. As a reader, if the story is engaging, I'm going to keep reading, and I feel that's the way authors should be about their stories. If the story is engaging, people will keep reading. They're going to Yes, it'll be a speed bump, but they will move on. If there are too many speed bumps, then yes, they will complain and be unhappy with the book. Just wanted to throw that out there. But the main topic this evening, topic number 5, title of this video, coffee, tea, not me. I know a significant number of people drink coffee. When I was growing up, everybody that was an adult that I knew drank coffee and smoked and consumed alcoholic beverages. All of them. There was no exception. Everybody drank coffee. It was one of those things, you wake up in the morning, you have a cup of coffee, you fill a thermos with coffee, you take it to work with you. You had coffee, period. My mom could not function in the morning until she had her cup of coffee and did her morning constitutional. So many people, but when I was growing up, everybody in the town I lived drank black coffee. Black. The stronger the better. Folgers, whatever. Instant coffee, taste your choice. It was always black coffee. I tried black coffee as a kid. No. When I moved out to go live with my dad, he and my stepmom also drank coffee. Everybody drank coffee. Everybody. My dad drank fancier French roast or different types of coffee. My dad had more refined tastes when it came to coffee. And I thought, well, maybe different coffee is better tasting. Let me try this fancier. No. It's still bitter, horrible, hot, nasty. I didn't care for it at all. It was just, no. Coffee was terrible. And the smell, I'm okay with the smell. I don't like coffee grounds, dry or wet. They get everywhere. They're, I don't know, just coffee grounds. Who enjoys playing around with coffee grounds? Who said, hey, I need to have a good time. Let me go get some coffee grounds. And woo! No. My dad and my stepmom drank coffee differently. My dad liked his coffee black, but he also liked it tepid. So when he would get a cup of coffee, he would get a cup of ice water, and he would spoon a couple pieces of ice into his coffee to cool it down. I thought, well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just don't care for hot beverages. No, it still tasted like coffee. My stepmom drank hers with sugar and cream. Maybe that's it. Maybe take a little bit of the bitterness away. So I would have coffee with cream and sugar. I don't know. I didn't care for it. I could drink cooled down coffee with a lot of sugar, and I mean a lot of sugar, but I never enjoyed drinking it. It was just, I don't know. When I was in the Navy, hey, I'm an adult now. I need to be drinking coffee because that's what adults do. They drink coffee. So many of the guys I was in the Navy with all drank coffee. They'd bring thermoses with them out on post, so they had coffee while they're out working, out driving around. I never got into the habit of drinking coffee because I did not enjoy drinking coffee. It just wasn't my thing. Then, after I got out of the Navy, never even really thought about coffee. And then somebody said, well, why don't you try tea? Okay, maybe I'm missing something. I don't care for coffee. I didn't like it hot, didn't like it cold, didn't like it in between. Let's try tea. So I tried tea. Maybe I just don't know how to make tea, but tea tastes like dirty dishwater. When I make a cup of tea, you put the tea bag, I'm talking a regular cup, not a giant mug. You put a tea bag in there and it tastes like dirty dishwater to me. I've tried several different brands. I've tried all the different, you've got to try chamomile. You've got to try the Earl Grey. You've got to try. No, it all tastes like dirty dishwater. It all tastes, it's like you heated up some water and added a drop of flavor to it. And it doesn't work for me. And I don't care for hot beverages to begin with. Hot chocolate, when it starts to cool down, maybe, but hot apple cider, well, maybe when it cools down. I'm not a big on hot beverages. Now, you maybe, if you know me, you know I enjoy iced tea. I like unsweetened iced tea. I like it when it has a stronger flavor. Black tea is probably one of my favorite. When I've made hot black tea, I hated it. When I buy the pure leaf tea, always the unsweetened black tea. I've had unsweetened green tea, really didn't care for it. Unsweetened black tea, I'm good. The tea they make in the any store or any restaurant, iced tea, I'm fine with. I'll drink it. It tastes okay. But for the most part, no, especially not hot, not hot beverages. I know people who drink tea and drink coffee are like, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?" I just don't care for it. I don't. I've had iced coffees. I've had iced mochas. I've had espressos. I've tried all the different varieties of coffee, and they don't work for me. I just don't care for them whatsoever. That's me. That's me. I'm sure everybody is different. Everybody likes a different type of coffee or a different type of tea or a different type of hot beverage. Yes, I grew up in Minnesota. As I said, everybody drank hot coffee. Everybody drank hot beverages, especially in the winter. Hot beverages were the number one thing that people drank because you're out there and you're cold, and it's a quick way to warm yourself up. Um, or having an Irish coffee with a little Irish cream in your coffee. Not this guy. No, sorry. Just I can't. I can't. Feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments. I will most likely not try any of them. I'm just saying, I have tried coffee dozens of different ways, and it's like coconut. I don't like coconut. I don't like coconut in anything. I don't like coconut on anything. I don't like coconut flavoring. Coconut milk or coconut water is different if I mix it with something. If I have a pina colada and it's got a little bit of coconut flavor, different story altogether. But if you put flaked coconut on top of your cake on that frosting, I feel like I'm trying to get wood chips out of my mouth. No, I don't like it. Don't like it whatsoever. Toasted coconut, just not my thing. Again, different people like different things. And for those that really enjoy their coffee, that have their beautiful coffee makers, whatnot, good on you. I am so happy you found something you enjoy. You found something that works for you and you enjoy it. For those that like tea, I think that's awesome. I think it's great. If you like your hot tea and you like to have your little biscuit and you like putting your milk and your sugar in there, go for it. Go for it. Enjoy it. By all means. Don't let me slow you down. Don't let me stop you. For this guy, I'm going to go have a green tea frappuccino. Lots and lots of sugar. It's not even tea at that point when you're having a green tea frappuccino. It's not. I don't even consider it tea, to be honest, because it does not even taste it. I've tried a lot of different teas. Again, hot, can't do it. To cool them down, it's got to have a really strong flavor, or to me, it tastes like dirty dishwater. That's just how I am. At any rate, get the link in the description. Go visit the website. Go grab yourself a free ebook. I've got lots of other books if you'd like to check them out. If you missed any of my other giveaways, as I said, drop me an email, drop me a note, leave a comment, say, "Hey Jay, I missed that one." I am more than happy to send you a free ebook. Just let me know which one you want. I'll send you anything. Send you anything I got. Been 5 a day with Jay. I'm Jay. You've been awesome.